Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. This is SpiritX channel where we explore modern day spirituality. So this video is the third video in the three-part series on how to organize your spiritual practice. So the first video was how to organize your spiritual practice in terms of time. The second video was how to organize your spiritual practice in terms of space. And in this third video, I would like to talk about how to create a spiritual container for your spiritual practice. You can watch those videos separately, but for the best results, I suggest you watch all three videos because all three videos give you the full picture on how to organize your spiritual practice. So how to create a spiritual container for your spiritual practice. A container means something that supports your practice and that also covers all the dimensions of spiritual practice in human condition. So when I was a practitioner, I studied various spiritual traditions, Hinduism, Buddhism, mystical Christianity, Taoism, etc., and discovered that in Buddhist tradition, they talk about three refuges or three jewels: Buddha, Dharma and Sangha. And I discovered that Buddha refers to awakened awareness in the Buddha, historical Buddha, however, in all of us too. I also discovered that Sangha refers to the community of spiritual practitioners supporting each other in the process of spiritual growth and unfolding. And I also learned that Dharma refers to the teaching that reveals to us the nature of ultimate reality. And I was blown away by the power of that tradition, and I applied that into my practice and results were amazing, and now I'm sharing that as a spiritual teacher. But let me put this Buddha, Dharma, Sangha teaching into a modern day context so that we can utilize it fully in the modern day. So we have tradition and innovation coming together. So what would be the Buddha in terms of modern day spirituality? The Buddha refers to the awakened awareness within yourself, but also awakened awareness within your teacher or mentor or facilitator or coach, however you want to call it. And I'm sure many of you ask why I'm mentioning teacher here. Isn't it just diving deeper enough for us to discover awakened awareness? Well, for the vast majority of us throughout century, we all needed teacher to rediscover our true self. So there's something paradoxical about being practitioner in the human form. So awakened awareness usually shows up first there in the teacher, and then teacher reminds us to dive within, and then we finally rediscover our true self. So it's very hard without teacher to actually dive within. A teacher or a mentor is also the embodiment of awakened awareness, so it's very good for practitioner to see the embodiment, original, unique embodiment of awakened awareness in the human form. So it is the ultimate truth that the real teacher is within, but the vast majority of us first need an example here, and that example actually keeps pointing us, dive within, and we finally rest as our awakened awareness. So that was the Buddha part in the modern day context. What would be the Dharma part in the modern day context? I already mentioned Dharma is the teaching that reveals to us ultimate reality or ultimate nature of reality. We live in a present day world which is mostly secular and materialistic. In the postmodern world, there are lots of relative tones, so there's lots of suspicion that there is something like ultimate reality. If you have those suspicions, I'm just inviting you to check on your own, with your own awareness, is there or there is not ultimate reality, and then you will get an answer. my experience was, once I really dropped deeper with my teacher, I realized, wow, there is the ultimate layer of my own being in reality, and I just dropped those postmodern doubts about the existence of ultimate reality. But in the modern day context, we have plenty of teachings that point to ultimate reality. Buddhism, Hinduism, mystical Christianity, Taoism, Sufism, contemporary non-duality, etc. However, and here is the modern twist, we also have available to us many teachings to help us navigate relative reality, to think of psychology, to learn about your individual self. Think about philosophy, to learn about the world. Think about science and technology that help us tremendously navigating the relative reality. So what I suggest we do this in this Dharma part of the spiritual container is that you combine some ultimate teachings and some relative teachings and get a robust ultimate Dharma and relative Dharma support for your practice. On my path, I did a lot of Hinduism, Buddhism for the ultimate part, and for the relative part, I did a lot of psychology. I did a lot of philosophy, in which I got PhD, and I used a lot of technology and science, all of those gadgets, to actually improve my psycho-spiritual growth. So that was the Dharma part in the modern context, so very rich. We should all be excited about this moment we live in, because Dharma is really available on the absolute level or on the relative level. Finally, Sangha refers to the group of like-minded spiritual practitioners who support themselves in the process of spiritual growth and unfolding, or in the pursuit of truth. Sangha is probably as important as the teacher. The best combo is actually to find teacher with a powerful Sangha. We simply need others. We need a qualified teacher, but we need others, like-minded folks, to share this journey. It's extremely important. Don't forget, we live in a secular and materialistic world. So when you have a Sangha to support your spiritual growth, it's a really tremendous help, and I found it really enjoyable. So on the Sangha level, you form relationships that are like brotherhood and sisterhood. Sangha really feels like a family to you. So it's beautiful to feel that and acknowledge that and realize that in the human condition. So Buddha, Dharma, Sangha with the modern touch. So the chair of your spiritual practice is stable. So if you do only one thing, look at this, you fall easily. If you do two, you can still fall. If you do three, your practice is enormously stable and nourishing and supportive. So let us all be grateful for amazing Buddhist tradition that is still alive to that and can be applied in the modern day setting. I cannot recommend this part of Buddhist teaching and my teaching enough. It's really powerful. It was one of my biggest discoveries on the path, and students and clients and groups who utilize that had amazing results. So Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, let us all be grateful and let us all apply those amazing teachings. So this concludes this 3-part series on how to organize your practice. I hope it helps. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you have any further questions. Please practice, and do practice diligently in the right way, and the results will come. And results are beyond what ego can expect when it comes to spiritual life. Thank you for your attention, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.